Right then, this is the Cheaply adventure to Helsinki in Finland. And this city was far more interesting than I expected. In fact, Helsinki is now my favourite Scandinavian city. It is so interesting, and the most annoying thing is it's an overlooked city in the UK. It's a place that people don't really think of, and I've had loads of people in England tell me, oh, there's no point going there. What's in Helsinki? Nothing there. They are wrong. Helsinki is the most interesting city I've visited in the Nordic countries. Let's start off the adventure with some classic cone TMS lifts. And a law go to a very interesting IGV lift without inner doors in a block of flats. Very nice. Exactly at the floor. Yes, there we go. And now I go to Campy Shopping Centre. This shopping centre is very posh and very nice, and it's got some cone EcoDisc lifts. I think these are cone MX10 bracket 16. So I'm at the top floor of shopping centre. I'm a bit logged in now, we're getting down. Weird design that is. I guess it goes into a shop in a shop. So next floor is a shop, and floor below that is shopping centre floor. So here's the lifts, but there's an issue. If you take a look on top, oh no, there's a blue light on top. You can't do any drugs on top of the lift. Oh, what a shame. I mean, I want to take some heroin on top of it, but I can't now. What is that? Yeah, that's an original Eco disc. Yeah, it's LCE on that. That designed of arrow. We used to see it on TMS rather than LCE. This is on the early LCE. Oh, nice sound that. We've got a train platform. So, continuing to look around Helsinki, there are a lot of eco discs here. And I mean a lot. The next one's got a 4th floor and a half. Well, I wasn't going to film this till I saw 4th floor and a half. 4.5. That's more like a whole floor. All the way up to there. Well, yeah, this floor nothing's going to do. How one in Poland was the best? 4th floor and half. And the next eco discs are at a metro station, and you don't even have to press the button. There's a sensor that detects you coming up to a lift, and it presses the button for you.
Menossa ylöspäin. Turn upward. Going up. Ulos. Ut. Exit.
So then, now we go along to a funicular at a metro station. Now this is actually a cone funicular. The funicular itself is a bit slow, so it's not really that fun to ride. But as we approach the upper floor, we get a little glimpse of the motor room. And what is that motor? It's an eco-disc! No fucking way! It's an eco-disc powered funicular! That's literally a design from my imagination. I often daydream and just think up random ideas. I thought how amazing it'd be to have an eco-disc funicular, but it actually exists in real life! That's the first ever eco-disc funicular I've ever seen. I can't believe that. There's actually an MX-18 funicular. They should put an MX-32 in it. Just imagine how epic that'd be if they had a high-speed one. Now, my daydreams of eco-disc funiculars were actually slightly different to this. I actually thought up an idea where the eco-disc was actually flat to the tracks, so it's like an MRL eco-disc funicular. So this design is different to what I thought an eco-disc funicular would be like. This looks very Stockholm. It's been explosion dug, so explode up the rock, and they spray this stuff over it. It's like a rocky mine, like a cave, but all sprayed over. So now I go along to Leppävaara, which has got a very posh shopping centre. Just take a look at this atrium. This looks really nice, especially with all the travellators going up the middle of it. They've designed this shopping centre very well. As for the lifts, this place has got cone eco discs. The vast majority of lifts in Helsinki are cone eco discs. I'm not going to film all of them because that will make the video very repetitive. So I'm only going to include the interesting ones. And talking of interesting eco discs, the building next door has got some glass MX-20s with destination dispatch. How are you? A roof? I guess it's either roof or penthouse. I'll find out. Sauna. Okay, I did not expect you to be sauna. And when I opened the doors and got off this lift, there was a woman who looked directly at me. She saw exactly what I was doing, but she didn't register what she was seeing. This has happened to me so many times now. In fact, 2/3 of the times I get spotted getting off the top of the lift, the person is unable to visualise what they've just seen. Now, if you take a look through history and look at historical events, there has been documented cases of people seeing things which is so alien to them, they are unable to process what they're seeing to the extent they are literally not seeing what is right in front of them. Now, before I was lift surfing, I always thought that sounds a bit unbelievable, but now with all the years of lift surfing I've done, I've seen people do that so often. It is so bizarre. They look at you, but they don't really look at you. They sort of like look blankly. They can't understand that someone's getting off the top of a lift.
No, this happened again. Someone saw me get off. She didn't realise. She just didn't register it. Oh my days.
So then, now I go along to Espoo, and I'll go into the shopping centre here, which has got some 80s cone lifts which have been modernised by Schindler. And along to the tower. And this tower is pretty much semi-abandoned. And the lifts here have been replaced with Schindler 3300 Plus. And going into Schindler 3300, it really shows up how much lower the quality is compared to all the many eco discs around here.
$3,300 plus. It only feels cheaper when all the cones are out here. Look at that cabinet. I was meant to go in the door frame, but I couldn't fit it. Tin can time!
So now I go along to a paternoster. This is in a classic old office building which has been kept very nice and very in keeping with the old architecture.
That's a lot of grease to that. Well, that's well maintained. Look at that bulb.
So now I go along to Ikaitsus. I hope I'm saying that correctly. This place is very big shopping centres, but they're a little bit featureless. Although one nice feature in this shopping centre is a classic cone TMS lift.
TMS. Dud. No chime. Oh, stop button. 3. Stop. Nice and gentle. Ooh, nice. TMSy.
And talking of cone TMS lifts, along to a university, which has got a cone TMS freight lift. This is hydraulic, but the levelling is really quick. It seems to stop instantly, then re-level into its correct position.
That stop's good for hydraulic. Piano lounge. That's nicely in tune.
And this university also has a Finland classic, an early eco disc with the buttons you'd usually expect to see on a cone TMS, which had me wondering, is it a TMS powered eco disc? That would be very interesting if it was, but no, the logic is in fact first generation LCE.
Is it on LCE? Oh, yeah, it's on LCE. Early LCE.
So then, along I go to an old freight lift, but sadly this one's been modernised. However, it's still not got inner doors.
Ooh.
And now I go along to the shopping centre near the central train station.
Freedom. That's weird, because there's actually... It looks like there was some sort of track for an outer door on that side. How weird. Oh, there's not glass, but I swear I saw an outer track. Outer door track, let's have a look. Yeah, there's a door, there's definitely a door out there for third floor. It's not glass and it doesn't open.
There's a lot of shopping centres in Helsinki. I didn't even get around all of them. I should have stayed here another day. This trip was too short as Helsinki was just too interesting.
Wow, that's a big bumper. go 3. Look at that bumper, that's huge. Oh, that hasn't gone anywhere. Oh, weird design. The 2 then. Oh, 2 works. Look at that bumper. Send it down. Look at that. That is crazy. That's really fun. Let's go. First floor. Those buttons are like really heavy duty. Cone don't make buttons like that anymore.
And now I go along to a lift in a little shop, which is not normally so interesting, but in this shop they've actually got a really nice old cone lift. And now I go along to the airport.
It's just a car park, there's nothing special yet. They've put in like a spec of lift you'd expect to find in a shopping centre or something posher than just a car park. Got glass doors. I don't know why bottom floor didn't have glass doors, but all the other ones have. Every EcoDisc 3 doors, you don't have this thing in England where it's not enabled, and I usually go around enabling them all. And this is an MX14, or should I say NMX14. Which I don't really understand the name of that, because it should be NMX16 rather than 14 with a name, but look at the capacity. It wouldn't be this spec for lift in England for its job. Three doors as always. Now going through into the airport, but everything in Finland looks nice. Like everything, like just this airport which looks like that. Like this is like Canary Wharf nice. That's all been, it's been like Jubilee Line Canary Wharf station, but everywhere it's built like this in Finland. Every single place you go to, you don't get rough places. Even the roughest places I went to were posh for England standards. TMS. This one's completely original and it's got really good levelling. Dude. A nice door sound. And this one, the levelling's still perfect. Once in England, often the levelling gets a bit rough over time as I get old, but this one is absolutely mint. You wouldn't have thought this lift's from 1995. It's absolutely pristine. a nice TMS. And upstairs you've got a doorbell to call it. That's classic TMS door sound. So, to call a lift, I was very confused to start with because the call button is literally a fucking doorbell. Ding dong!